know Naija songs? Old school or new school? Stand a chance to win big on Gusto Guess the Song. To be a part of this, call the numbers on your screen right now. Come on board and let's do things the Gusto way. Hello and welcome to Gusto News. Once again, still with Felua, and today on the news I've got Big Wiz. Yes, it's going to be headlining a show, and there's also Oxlade talking about how the making of its recent EP, and round it up with two legend MI alongside WIZKID Papa. But before I go on, I want to say thank you to you all for the likes, the comments, telling people about us here at Gusto TV, sharing our content. Please do not stop doing that. Keep telling people about us. But if you're new to the channel, seeing the video for the very first time, please just look beneath this video. You're going to see the subscribe button. Please click on it so you get to join our community, and you can as well click on the notification bell so get personal notification you get when we have a video or we're going live. So yeah, starting off this news with WIZKID. WIZKID, of course, had the North America tour, MIL tour. Yes, that went well. We saw a lot of remarks. Fans going over for the years of living in Brooklyn, for the years of living in this country, in that place and this place. I have never seen such a crowd for an African, a black man, yes, coming together for his concert. So yes, of course, WIZKID got a lot of people out there, and there were lots of celebrities, coming into different events. So Rihanna, A$AP Rocky, there was quite a number of people. There was Kelvin Hart. There was a lot of celebrities, ranging from artists to actors to sportsmen and all. They all came to support WIZKID and grace the occasion. But while this time around is going to be headlining a show come 2022. Yes, so the moment is just going to be rounding up, because the MIL tour actually is pining into the early hours of 2022, but looks like the moment will be dropping that there's going to be a whole lot of things for WIZKID to do. So this is Afro Nation, this concert that will be holding in 24th to 26th March 2022 at Puerto Rico, and Megan Thee Stallion alongside WIZKID is headlining the show. But of course, it's not just limited to WIZKID, but WIZKID, of course, can say his name boldly, is one of those headlining the show alongside the rapper. And having other artists like Afrobeat, Busiswa, CK, yes, of course, there's Eddie Kenzo, there's Focalisi, King Promise, Kofi, there's Naira Marley, Omale, Olamide, there's Oxlade, Pato Rankin, there's Rema, Ruga, Stonebwoy, Techno, Thames, One Day Co. There's a lot and lots of African artists that will be here. But of course, our very own WIZKID is headlining it. And of course, you can see the likes of CK written in bold letters. You can see Olamide, you can see One Day Co, you can see Thames, you can see Techno, there's Rema, there's Ruga, there's Oxlade, there's Pato Rankin. A lot of the guys representing on this one. Come 2022 March, the Afro Nation of course show will be coming up, headlined by WIZKID alongside Megan Thee Stallion, and of course we got the likes of Afrobeat, Olamide, Bado, Oxlade, Thames is represented, a lot of them on that one. So yes, of course, it's almost the end of the year, and prepping is already going on for events that will be coming up next year, and it's good to see the guys on that one. Now let's move on to the next on this news is Oxlade. Oxlade, of course, is an amazing singer, great vocalist, and has been one of those artists that is giving us a different sound. Well, recently talking to one of the media outlets, and just gone on to talk about the making of his EP Eclipse. Of course, we saw him in Oxygen, and of course we saw the Lover Boy. But this one, it seemed like we're seeing somebody who is afraid to sort of love, yes, and just trying to protect himself. It says Ojuju, sound like love is now Ojuju, yeah. Anyways, he went on to really talk about a lot about himself, talking about growing up with his grandma. Yes, his mom passed on when he was 3, and of course he grew up knowing only his grandma, living with an uncle, in the presence of his uncle being a sound engineer. Another uncle is a gospel artist, singing praise and worship. He said, having as an early stage to work with the likes of Subaba, yes, as a video sometime. He said, yes, an NGO, that saw him through school, as at the time where the world brought Subaba, and he had the opportunity to work with him. He said for him, music has always been the thing. But making this, of course, this project, he said for him, after making Oxygen and everybody was, enjoying away and all of that, then the COVID-19 pandemic came and we are all, indoors. That he felt like he wanted to enjoy the buzz more, but, COVID came and everybody just had to, take care of themselves and stay away from, gatherings and open places. He said, well, that made him, he was struggling with a lot of things. And in terms of relationship, he had, quite not so good, events happened between himself and his partner, and it broke him. And he just felt like the only way to actually, patch this across and reflect what the experience was like for him was to make music. And he said that's why, he was able to put in his emotion into making this EP. Talking about the sound, he said we're kind of hearing a different person, because he sat down and listened to different type of artists, from the Fuji to the highlife to R&B to the proper Afro beats and all of that. He listened to different sounds and was able to, bring out the distinct sound we're hearing on this one. So yes, that's from Oxlade on how he made this EP, his emotion. So when you hear the fear, you should know that he's actually sort of scared of love because of his experience in the past 1 year, and especially during the COVID, of course, the lockdown, the quarantine period and all of that. But of course, that's music, that's what they do. So when they live in, so it's also the way they would express whatever, they are going through or their experiences are. So now let's move on to the last on this news is M.I Abaga and Rugged Baba. Of course, two amazing rapper. A lot of people, know him as those people who were rapping time past, set the platform, proper rap. And, of course, M.I, Days Chocolate City, still doing it still till now. M.I has been talking a lot recently. He's been talking about career. Everybody has their own emoji. How come he does not have his own? It was in Keke and he's saying, oh, how did he get to this point? He's really been talking. He has also gone on to say, look, Nigeria and Twitter, you guys need to come to a conclusion because I need to drop an album and I need to promote it on here. So yes, Emma has been saying a lot, but he has gone on to talk about those who inspired him, and boldly, on that one, the name he mentioned is Rugged. He went on to say, King Rugged paved the way for me, along with many other hip-hop kings. Respect for life. Of course, people would always come out to, when you hear the likes of the Ruga talks, the likes of the Fireboy, they'll go on to say, oh, WIZKID was the inspiration, oh, Burna Boy is this, David Doe is this. But when you talk about people like M.I Abaga, definitely those who inspired them are going to be the sort of those guys talking about Rugged Man. And he has gone on to say that a big thank you to him for paving the way for them and also other hip-hop kings who was doing it before people like him came on board. Well, Rugged Man as well responded. Of course, he says at M.I Abaga, brother. Of course, saying that he is a brother, even if he inspired, or paved the way for him, they're still brothers. So yes, of course, it's good to see, the bromance between our male, artists, yes, going on to talk about themselves, appreciating each other on how, this person inspired the other and how the other is supporting the other. It's good for the culture. And of course, when we see the very legends like this do it, they encourage the younger ones, to come out and support each other openly, give appraisal to themselves. Okay, that's the end of this news. And if you're new to the channel, please look beneath this video. You're going to see the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get to join the community and you get notified whenever a new video is up. The comment section, of course, is open. You can tell me what you think about this news. WIZKID is going to be headlining a show come 2022 alongside Mega Thee Stallion. Big one for a year. And we'll be there to respond to your comments. I'll see you guys on the next news. Bye.